Hey, we're back with round 2 and we are facing Cartesian. They normally play Aluren. I've also faced them a few times on Death and Taxes, and we did not win the die roll. Just waiting on our opponent. It appears that they don't know that the round has started, so might be a minute or two. Okay, so Empty the Warrens isn't actually super good against Aluren, but we do have a Cabal Therapy for their Force of Will. And if we draw a tutor on turn 2, this could be an easy win. We could also just use Therapy, Empty Therapy in order to disrupt them to buy some time. So I actually like this hand. We're going to play out one Lion's Eye Diamond, just because we don't want to get hit by him or Therapy. It would appear that they're on the normal Aluren deck. Probe is a pretty good draw. Dark Ritual. Let's see if we can hit a Tutor, a Ritual, or a Burning Wish. Ponder. We don't really want any of those, so we're going to shuffle. Okay, so here we're going to take Brainstorm. We don't care if they play Leovold. We just don't want them finding Force of Will. So they revealed their draw because they had a polluted Delta, so we know that they didn't draw Force of Will. So this should be fairly easy from here. So there was a cheap answer we were looking at for a while to get through Leovold, and it was playing a sideboard Goblin Warstrike, which is also somewhat similar to using Grape Shot in a lot of games where you don't have Empty the Warren, or you empty the Warrens but don't get there. So With Goblin War Strike, it only targets your opponent once. So they only get one Leovold trigger, but the slot is just like kind of cute and not that necessary. Our opponent's like posturing like they have a Force of Will, but we know that they don't because they played Tropical Island. So they just need to like let our spells resolve. So you're probably wondering why we didn't crack any of the Lion's Eye Diamonds for blue. Because they have a Leovold in play, so like any blue spell we would draw just like doesn't matter. So we just really need to find a Burning Wish right now. And then we win the game. There's our wish. Alright, so we'll stop there. It doesn't really matter. So what you really just need to do at this point is play so many spells that even if they draw all four of their Force Wills, they can't win. We'll allow them to get all their Leovold triggers on this one. If you click on their icon, they don't get them. It's a Moto bug. Yay, we won game one. So I'm going to leave an empty just as a way of playing around Surgical Extraction and Leovold. And we're going to bring in 2 Chain of Vapor. We're going to board out 2 copies of Ponder. So this hand is good, but not great. Like, Burning Wish isn't super good against Aluren because empty isn't as powerful. But in general, I think this hand is fine. What we really want to draw is another Dark Ritual or a Lion's Eye Diamond that will allow us to have a turn 1 protected combo. I don't think I want to give them a fetch land to use, so I'm just going to pass. There's no harm in holding Duress either. Yeah, so they didn't actually have a fetch land to use. So we're currently cutting them off of black. So they could go fetch land, Aluren, kill us next turn, but they would actually need quite a few cards in order to do that. I think I want to wait one more turn. I want them to get one more card deeper off of their Ponder Keep. This is probably going to name lands at Diamond. Alright, so let's fire off this Duress. So they're pretty close to being able to kill us. We have to take the force here. So if we go Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, Reveal, Rite of Flame, we have one black floating. We can go Rite of Flame off of the Volcanic Island, so that's 5 mana. 6, 7. That will leave us with... I think we might be able to pass some Flames Win. If not, we can just empty. So we're a mana off of being able to pass some Flames Win. Because we need 2 initial mana. And we can't Dark Petition, because once again we would need 1 more mana to do anything meaningful. So we're just going to grab Empty here. And I think it's safe to assume that their top card isn't a land off the Ponder, because they didn't play one this turn. And this will be the last card they kept off Ponder. I have seen Aluren with a few spicy cards. I can't think of the name of the card, but it's like 1 black for a 2/2. When it comes into play, you can exploit a creature, and all creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. Like, that would be really good right now. Weird, so they stacked to land 3 down. Okay. So they can play Aluren here, then Strix into Eternal Witness. Our best draw on our turn is Cabal Therapy. That is not a Cabal Therapy. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping we just don't die. So they should probably flash in Witness here, get back Ponder, and then block with 4. I'm sorry, block with 3, because you don't want to block with Strix. Strix is how you win the game if you draw a Cavern Harpy. Ooh, incorrect. You should not be blocking with Strix. Because now, if you find Cavern Harpy, you don't win. I don't like this. That's a bad line in my opinion. They chose not to shuffle with Ponder. Maybe they found something else? I'm interested to see what they kept. Is it the exploit creature? They probably wanted a fetch for that, right? Toxic Deluge? Ah, Brainstorm. Ooh, if it's Strix and Harpy we lose. That'd be a nuts Brainstorm. With Chain of Vapor being our draw, if it was Cavern Harpy, I believe that we can win. Because they could flash in Harpy and then in response we could bounce Aluren. And that should be match. Cool, cool, cool. 2-0.